This lesson will be about simplifying expressions. So in order to simplify expressions, we must combine like terms. So like terms have the same variable with the same exponent. And we have to be sure to only combine like terms. So here we have an x, here we have an x, and there's no more x's. All right, here we have a y, here we have a y, and that's it. So now we can combine things that are in the same shape. So we have 3x and negative 6x, that makes negative 3x. Here we have negative 2y and 8y, and that makes positive 6y. That's how you combine like terms or simplify the expression. All right, so here I have an n to the 2. Here I have an n to the 2. Here I have an n, but there's no 2 on top, so it means it's not like terms because they have to have the same exponent. So that's going to go in a different shape. All right, so I can combine these two because they're in the same shape and they're like terms. So 10 and 4 makes 14. And then we just have this 3n to add at the end. All right, so here we have a c. Here we have a c. And then our constant is by itself. That goes in a different shape. So here, when there's no number in front, we write in a 1. So we got 1c and 9c. That makes 10c. And then we have this 2 left over. All right, let's look at slightly harder problems. So using what's called the distributive property, we're going to multiply this 8 inside the parentheses. But to make our lives a little bit easier, we're going to set up what's called the box method. All right, so we got 8, 1, and positive 2n. So notice I had one term on the outside, so there's one length of box here. I had 2 terms on the inside, so I have 2 lengths of boxes here. And then I'm just going to multiply. So because when this is separated by a parentheses, when there's no symbol in between, that means to multiply. So 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2n is 16n. There's nothing to combine here because these are not like terms, so I'm just going to write them out. And remember that letters go in front of constants, or variables go in front of constants. All right, let's try this one. So here, remember when we don't have a number in front, we write in a 1. So I'm going to leave this negative x alone, and I'm going to deal with this first. So I have one number outside, so I'm going to have 1 box length here, 2 numbers inside, so 2 box lengths on the top. All right, so negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x. Negative 1 times x squared is negative x squared. They both have x, but this has a 2 and this does not, so we cannot combine them, so we're just going to copy them. And we're going to copy them in exponent order. So 2, and then this would really be a 1. All right, now we have to bring back down this negative x that we had at the beginning of the problem, but I have like terms to combine, because here's an x and here's an x. All right, so negative 1x minus 3x, that gives us negative 4x. And then we have this negative x squared, and again, we're going to write it in exponent order. All right, so lastly, so we have this 2 distributed into this box, or into this parentheses. So we're going to make it a box, and again, 1 number outside, so 1 side length here, 3 numbers inside, and we'll deal with this negative 3q later. All right, so let's make this into 3 box lengths, copy down the inside. All right, so 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, and we have this p as well. 2 times negative 5q is negative 10q. 2 times 8, 16. These are all different terms, not like terms, so we're just going to copy them. And again, we're going to go in alphabetical order here. All right, so now I'm going to bring down this minus 3q, and I can combine this and this because they're like terms. All right, so negative 10 and a negative 3 gives me negative 13q, and then we bring down our constant. So that is how you simplify an expression.